What if I told you the ancient whispers are true, that a forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently isn't merely a myth, but a profound, potent spiritual code hidden for centuries, capable of bending financial reality to your will, bringing substantial wealth into your life, perhaps even today? This isn't an idle claim. It is a solemn promise, an urgent call to a hidden truth that has been suppressed because its power is not to be underestimated. You are about to embark on a journey that transcends ordinary understanding, a path of spiritual power culminating in an apex that few ever dare to approach. This sacred text, this spiritual code, was deemed too revolutionary, too transformative for those unwilling to embrace its raw, immediate impact. It wasn't hidden out of malice, but out of a recognition that its capacity to shatter the chains of poverty and command sudden, urgent abundance was a force capable of reshaping destinies. Overnight, imagine the impact of a declaration so powerful, so divinely sanctioned, that it compels big money to appear as if from the very fabric of the spiritual realm, manifesting urgently and without delay. For generations, the knowledge of this forbidden psalm remained an occult secret, accessible only to a select few who dared to look beyond conventional scripture and into the deeper mysteries of divine command. These were individuals who understood that true spiritual power isn't about endless begging, but about authoritative decree. They learned to speak a language that the universe instantly recognizes, a language that forces the arrival of wealth, making money materialize rapidly, sometimes even within the very day the decree is uttered. Have you ever found yourself trapped in a cycle of scarcity, wondering if there's a secret pathway, a spiritual hack to bypass the mundane struggles and tap directly into a wellspring of infinite prosperity? This journey you are now undertaking is precisely that pathway. It's a rare and potentially dangerous expedition into a glorious truth where the laws of earthly finance are superseded by the decrees of the spiritual realm, promising the urgent arrival of big money. This isn't about waiting, it's about commanding. Every step we take together will peel back layers of misconception, revealing the true mechanics of spiritual manifestation. You will soon realize that the universe responds to a very specific kind of spiritual resonance, one that makes the impossible immediate. This journey is designed to prepare your spirit, to align your very being with this formidable code, ensuring that when the moment of revelation comes, you are ready to receive the urgent and abundant financial breakthrough that is rightfully yours, ensuring money arrives today. Remember, this isn't just a video, it's an initiation into an ancient secret, a code of prosperity that was guarded jealously because of its ability to transform stagnant realities into rivers of gold. Few have had access to this level of divine intervention, and fewer still have fully grasped its power to call forth big money today. But before you can fully grasp and wield this spiritual weapon, before this potent decree can manifest urgent wealth in your life today, you must first understand the profound distinction between an ordinary prayer and a true spiritual decree. This understanding is the critical first key that will unlock everything else. You have already understood that we are not merely facing an ordinary prayer, a humble plea cast into the winds of uncertainty, but something infinitely more profound, a spiritual mechanism designed for direct and immediate command. What you are being led to discover through the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently is not a request. It is a divine decree, a sacred command that reverberates through the spiritual planes with such authority that it compels the universe to respond without hesitation, bringing you substantial money today. This isn't about hoping, it's about commanding your prosperity into existence. The time for timid supplication, for whispers of desire, has come to an end. Today, we step into an arena of spiritual authority where your voice, once a gentle petition, transforms into a powerful, resonant decree. This is where you cease to be a seeker of handouts and instead become a wielder of divine power, an authorized agent of immediate financial change. The promise woven into the fabric of this forbidden psalm isn't fulfilled through passive waiting. It's activated by an assertive declaration, one that guarantees money will arrive urgently, even as early as today. Imagine the difference. One who begs for a crumb is often ignored, but one who commands a feast is served with honor. This forbidden psalm acts as your celestial hammer of decree, striking the very foundations of scarcity and poverty, shattering them into dust. When you speak these words, you are not merely repeating phrases, you are enacting a spiritual law, engaging a power that instantly sets into motion the forces necessary for big money to find its way to you, clearing paths, opening doors, and manifesting urgent financial breakthroughs. Your command, when aligned with this decree, becomes an unstoppable force, ensuring money flows into your life today. This spiritual decree, unlike conventional prayers, possesses an immediate and tangible effect on the unseen world. It bypasses bureaucratic delays in the spiritual realm, directly activating the pathways of wealth. You are not asking for a loan. You are demanding the release of an inheritance that has long been withheld. The very fabric of your financial reality begins to reweave itself, bending to the will of this ancient, powerful command. It's time to exchange the posture of the kneeling supplicant for the stance of a reigning sovereign, confidently expecting the immediate arrival of urgent money. The significance of your voice in this process cannot be overstated. In the spiritual cosmos, your declaration, when empowered by this decree, carries immense weight. It is not just your physical vocal cords vibrating, it is your spirit, imbued with divine authority, speaking directly to the forces that govern abundance. This shift from asking to ordering is the fundamental difference that ensures the urgent manifestation of big money. This is merely the initial spark of authority, a precursor to the full activation of power that will unfold as we continue this journey. This ancient power, rooted in the very essence of creation, means that financial doors that seem permanently shut will suddenly swing open. Unexpected opportunities will materialize, and money, substantial money, will begin to arrive from sources you never imagined, often appearing out of nowhere. This decree is not just a plea for a temporary fix, it is a permanent realignment of your financial destiny, compelling urgent and continuous wealth, guaranteeing that money will find its way to you today, establishing a new reality of prosperity. To begin sealing this transfer of authority, to solidify this initial step in commanding your financial reality, I urge you now to make a visible declaration. Write your first name in the comments to activate the power of this blessing. This simple act is not for me, it is for you, a public declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are stepping into your role as a commander of your destiny, an heir to urgent abundance. Remember, this is merely the foundational stone. True authority, the kind that sustains an endless flow of big money and delivers urgent financial blessings today, requires more than just a declaration. It demands a seal, a visible sign of your unwavering faith and commitment. Authority without a seal cannot be sustained, and that powerful, undeniable seal begins with concrete, visible acts of faith. Your journey into profound spiritual wealth has just begun, and the next steps will involve sealing this decree into your very reality. Every decree, every pronouncement of power demands a seal to solidify its authority, to make it irreversibly binding in the spiritual realm. Without this sacred mark, even the mightiest command remains a whisper, a potential unfulfilled. You have just stepped into a posture of divine authority, understanding that the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently is not a mere request, but a potent directive. Now this authority must be sealed, etched into the fabric of your reality through concrete, visible acts of faith that the heavens are watching right now. This isn't about engaging with a video. It's about engaging with the very spiritual forces that govern your financial destiny. Your actions here, in this moment, are far more than simple clicks and keystrokes. They are sacred rituals, declarations of your unwavering belief, establishing a pact that calls forth urgent big money, forcing it to arrive. Even today, each interaction becomes a signature on a celestial contract, a testament to your faith that money will not just trickle, but gush into your life rapidly. Consider your like, for instance. It is not merely an acknowledgement of content, it is your hand signing in the spiritual world, agreeing to the terms of abundant provision, a divine endorsement of the immediate flow of wealth into your hands. This single act of faith, a simple tap, reverberates through the unseen realms, declaring your readiness to receive, accelerating the arrival of big money urgently. It is a vital step in activating the swift financial breakthrough you are seeking today. And your comment? It is a declaration of possession, a powerful vocalization that shatters invisible barriers. When you write your name, you're not just typing letters, you're opening a spiritual door, making a statement of intent that the universe cannot ignore. This is your personal decree, your direct order to the forces of abundance. So, with all the conviction rising within you, type now in the comments, "I claim the power of the forbidden Psalm 69 for urgent big money." This is your seal, your vocal testament that you are ready for wealth to arrive today. Your decision to subscribe to this channel is much more than joining a community. It is an official entry into a divine current of prosperity, a visible commitment to walk this path of abundant manifestation. By subscribing, you are telling the universe that you are now part of a continuous flow, a river of blessings that will carry you far beyond the shores of scarcity. It is the key that places you firmly within this stream, ensuring that big money continues to find its way to you urgently, without interruption. Sharing this message, this profound revelation with another soul transforms you into a conduit of divine blessing. You are not just spreading a video, you are expanding the very current of prosperity, becoming an agent of abundance for others. Each share is an act of selfless faith, and the spiritual law of reciprocity dictates that what you sow, you shall reap multiplied. This amplifies the decree, creating a cascade of blessings that will undoubtedly bring urgent big money back to you in unexpected ways, manifesting even today. Heaven is observing your every response in this moment, interpreting each click, each typed word as a solemn pact, a direct communication of your spiritual alignment. This engagement is not a casual interaction. It is a profound ritual, an activation of forces that will ensure the immediate arrival of big money. Do not pause this video. Let the current of revelation flow uninterrupted as you engage, sealing your destiny with each deliberate action. Your commitment now is directly proportional to the speed and magnitude of the financial abundance that is about to flood your life. Remember the specific power of this forbidden psalm. It commands money to appear rapidly, urgently, sometimes even today. Your actions now are not just preparing the ground, they are actively planting the seeds of that immediate harvest. This is the moment to fully embrace your role, not as a passive observer, but as an active participant in your divine financial transformation. And as you seal this pact, as you confirm your alignment with these powerful truths, something even deeper begins to happen. Your very identity starts to shift, preparing you for the next profound revelation on this journey towards unlimited prosperity. As you sealed the pact with your visible acts of faith, as your comments and engagements resonated through the spiritual ethers, something profound began to shift within you. A metamorphosis, subtle yet seismic, has commenced. The old identity, shackled by scarcity, weighed down by the burden of financial lack, is now dying away, crumbling like dry leaves under a new powerful spring. The true identity, the one destined for absolute abundance, begins to emerge, radiant and undeniable, preparing you to receive the immense financial blessings promised by the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently. This isn't just a feeling, it's a spiritual rebirth happening in real time right now, opening the floodgates for money to urgently reach you today. If before you saw yourself as a mere supplicant, an orphan yearning for a crumb from the table of prosperity, today the potent energy of this forbidden psalm clothes you anew. You are no longer a victim of circumstance nor a humble beggar on the fringes of financial freedom. Instead, you are being robed as an heir, a prince or princess of divine wealth, ready to command and receive the colossal abundance that is decreed to arrive swiftly and urgently, even within the confines of this very day. This newfound identity is not an aspiration. It is your true spiritual inheritance activated through this sacred process. This journey is about more than just changing your words. It's about transforming the very essence of who you perceive yourself to be in the spiritual hierarchy. Without fully embracing this new identity, shedding the garments of scarcity, poverty, and humiliation, the profound promise of urgent big money tied to the forbidden psalm cannot truly materialize. You must understand that wealth responds not merely to prayer, but to position. You no longer implore for meager handouts. You take your rightful seat at the lavish banquet table of the Most High, expecting your plate to be filled with immediate and abundant financial blessings. Envision yourself now. The tattered cloak of past financial struggles is being cast aside, replaced by a resplendent mantle of spiritual royalty. A crown of golden light is settling upon your head, signifying your rightful dominion over all forms of abundance. This is not a metaphor for a distant future. It is the spiritual reality being woven around you in this very moment. This transformed identity, this recognition of your inherent worth and divine authority, is the essential key that unlocks the massive financial doors that have long been sealed against you, making big money appear from unexpected sources swiftly today. From the ashes of who you once believed yourself to be, a slave to debt, a prisoner of limitation, a new, powerful sovereign is being born. This is the authentic you, empowered by the ancient wisdom of the forbidden Psalm 69, ready to wield spiritual authority, not just to attract money, but to command its urgent and immediate arrival. This isn't about wishing, it's about owning your place as a master of manifestation, a divine ambassador on earth, fully equipped to receive massive financial breakthroughs now. This internal shift, this profound change in your spiritual DNA, is what compels the universe to reconfigure itself around your decrees. It is why money, urgent money, big money, is not just a possibility but a certainty for you today. You are now aligning with the very frequency of divine abundance, signaling to the cosmos that you are ready, you are worthy, and you are expecting immediate financial manifestation. This new identity is not fragile. It is forged in the fires of divine purpose. And it is this very new identity that ignites the first unwavering flame of courage within you, preparing you for the next powerful step in your journey toward limitless wealth. Now that you have shed the confining garb of victimhood and fully donned the magnificent crown of an heir, a divine sovereign appointed for boundless prosperity, it is time to ignite within you the unyielding flame that no earthly wind, no whisper of doubt can ever extinguish. The unwavering fire of courage. For what good is a royal decree without the boldness to proclaim it? What good is an inheritance without the conviction to claim it? This is the moment to dissolve every lingering shadow of fear, every echo of shame, and every insidious thread of insecurity that has ever held your financial destiny captive, so you can powerfully manifest the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money, urgently compelling wealth to arrive even today. You see, the enemy of your prosperity, the unseen force that has attempted to block the torrent of big money from reaching you, is not some external barrier. It often resides within. The fear of failure, the shame of past losses, the gnawing insecurity that whispers you are not worthy of such immediate, urgent abundance. These are the invisible chains, the spiritual manacles that have kept you from stepping into your full power. But today, the divine fire of courage, now ignited by your new identity as an heir, surges through your spirit, incinerating these chains, transforming them into nothing more than forgotten ash. This is not a timid spark. It is a blaze, a roaring spiritual inferno that lights your path and clarifies your purpose. This courage is the very essence that allows you to face down every past disappointment, every financial setback, and declare with absolute conviction that your time for urgent big money is now. Without this unshakable confidence, without this profound spiritual resolve, the magnificent promise embedded within this ancient psalm cannot fully manifest. It is the fuel that propels your decrees into tangible financial reality, ensuring money arrives today. Imagine your spirit as a lamp. For too long, the wick might have been unlit, shrouded in the darkness of doubt. But now, the flame of courage has been struck. It starts perhaps as a tiny flicker, a barely perceptible glow, but with each breath of your conviction it grows, strengthening, expanding, until it becomes an uncontrollable fire, illuminating every dark corner of your financial past and setting ablaze the path to immediate prosperity. This is the courage that places you in alignment with the very power of the forbidden Psalm 69, empowering you to command and open every financial door that swings wide for urgent big money to arrive today. The enemies of your soul, fear, shame, and doubt, are not merely emotions. They are spiritual entities attempting to sow discord and prevent your divine inheritance. But the moment the flame of courage truly ignites within you, they recoil. The enemy retreats when this sacred fire rises, for they cannot withstand the pure, unadulterated power of a spirit aligned with divine command. Your courage is not just for you. It is a weapon against every force that seeks to deny you the urgent financial breakthrough you are seeking. This courage is not about reckless abandon. It is about profound faith, a deep-seated knowing that you are divinely appointed to receive, to command, and to possess immense wealth. It allows you to traverse the portals of manifestation, to step through the thresholds of the impossible, knowing that the big money you are urgently seeking is not just on its way, but is already being deposited into your reality, perhaps even today. This is the spiritual confidence needed to see the unseen and believe the unbelievable. Let this courage become the bedrock of your new financial reality. Allow it to fortify your spirit against any lingering whispers of lack or scarcity. For with this blazing courage, you are not merely ready to receive, you are prepared to invoke, to call forth the very hosts of heaven. And when the flame of courage burns brightest, when it completely engulfs your spirit, the heavens themselves respond with a resounding affirmation, with the powerful invocation of warrior angels poised to act on your behalf. When the flame of courage fully ignites your spirit, when it burns with an unyielding intensity forged in divine purpose, the heavens can no longer remain silent. The very fabric of the celestial realm ripples, and ancient powerful portals swing wide, not in a gentle opening, but with a resounding echo that signals a profound shift. An army of light, legions of warrior angels, begins to descend, not as a distant vision, but as an immediate response to your empowered decree, directly answering the call of the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently. This is not a passive blessing. This is a direct, divine intervention for substantial money to arrive swiftly today. Imagine clarions, trumpets of gold and silver, echoing through the vast expanse of the cosmos, signaling the mobilization of forces beyond human comprehension. The invisible begins to become visibly active, as though a veil has been torn, revealing the true dynamics of the spiritual battlefield. These are not mere symbols. They are real, powerful entities, descending with purpose, each angel bearing a specific mission to dismantle every obstacle, to break every chain, and to clear every path for the urgent flow of big money into your life. This is a grand mobilization, a magnificent response to your audacity to believe, to your courage to decree. The wings of these celestial warriors resonate like thunder, powerful and relentless, and the very earth beneath you seems to tremble, not in fear, but in awe of the divine host now positioned on your behalf. They are here because you dared to align with the ancient power of the Forbidden Psalm, because you shed the cloak of scarcity and donned the mantle of an heir. Now, the spiritual cosmos is aligning to your command, demanding big money to appear urgently. If your financial journey has been plagued by invisible blockades, by stubborn resistance that seemed insurmountable, prepare to witness their swift demolition. For these warrior angels, summoned by your empowered decree, carry flaming swords, not for symbolic battle, but for the very real severing of every spiritual knot, every demonic tether that has held your money captive. They are here to forcefully open the floodgates of prosperity, to compel the release of every single dollar that has been unjustly withheld from you, ensuring money arrives today. This isn't a battle you fight alone anymore. You are now standing at the command center backed by an invincible host. Each angel descends with a specific assignment, one to open the vaults of opportunity, another to liberate hidden treasures, a third to guard your newfound wealth, and yet another to wage war against any lingering spirit of poverty or lack. They are here to enforce the divine mandate for your immediate and abundant financial breakthrough, making sure big money flows to you urgently and without delay. The enemy that once seemed strong, the forces of scarcity that whispered doubts and planted seeds of despair, now begin to flee in terror as the legions of light draw near. They cannot stand against the purity of this divine invasion, this overwhelming force of spiritual power unleashed by your decree and the forbidden Psalm 69. Their stronghold over your finances is crumbling, their power diminished by the sheer authority of the celestial army now operating on your behalf, guaranteeing urgent money. This isn't just about a change in your circumstances, it's about a complete reordering of your spiritual environment. The atmosphere around you is now charged with divine energy, preparing for an imminent shift in your financial reality. With the clarions sounding, the trumpets blaring, and the celestial army marching, there is no question of what is about to unfold. And if the angels are already positioned, their flaming swords drawn, their eyes fixed on your prosperity, it means the spiritual war is not just imminent, but has already begun, and victory and the urgent arrival of big money is assured. The angels are already positioned, their radiant forms cutting through the cosmic darkness, and the mighty trumpets blare with a sound that signals not a mere call to attention, but the very onset of a celestial conflict. Now, the battle truly begins, not against flesh and blood, but against the insidious, invisible forces that have held your financial destiny captive. The enemy of your abundant life, the spirit of scarcity, the demon of debt, and the entity of humiliation may not stand before you in physical form, but their grip has been as real and constricting as any iron shackles you have ever felt. Today, that grip is shattered. This is the spiritual battlefield where the decree of the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently takes its most potent effect. Every long-standing debt, every humiliating lack, every financial blockade is about to face the uncompromising power of divine intervention. These are not symbolic enemies, they are real adversaries in the unseen realm, and the celestial legions, mobilized by your courage and your commanded authority, are now moving with swift, decisive force to dismantle their strongholds. The energy in the air is palpable, charged with the thunder of imminent victory, signaling that substantial money is not just coming, but is being forcefully released into your life today. Hear the clarions, feel the earth tremble as the spiritual war intensifies. The archangel of prosperity, standing at the forefront of this celestial host, raises a sword not of metal, but of pure divine light, and the very spirit of scarcity that has blocked your money, that has kept your financial doors sealed, falls prostrate, crushed beneath the weight of the divine order. This isn't a plea, it's a cosmic command being enforced, making big money manifest urgently. The decree has already begun to strike powerful blows in the spiritual world, and their reverberations are about to shake your material reality. Now, with the celestial legions at your back and your spirit ignited by divine courage, it is time to proclaim the ancient, powerful words. This is the moment for the forbidden decree, the utterance that compels the universe to align with your command for urgent, massive wealth. Repeat after me with every fiber of your being, with the conviction of an heir and the authority of a sovereign. O Ancient of Days, Architect of Abundance, I stand before your throne, not as a beggar, but as your chosen heir, activated by the sacred power of the forbidden Psalm 69. Let every spiritual chain binding my finances, every invisible tether of debt and lack, shatter into 1,000 pieces, never to be reformed. By this powerful decree, I command the gates of urgent, overflowing wealth to swing wide open, now and without resistance. Let big money, massive financial breakthroughs rush into my life today, from unexpected sources, from the north, south, east, and west, a torrential downpour of divine provision. I decree the immediate and utter destruction of every spirit of poverty, every demon of delay, and every stronghold of scarcity that has ever dared to oppose my prosperity. Let the celestial coffers release what is mine by divine right, what has been withheld, what has been stolen. I command every unseen force that blocks my financial flow to release my abundant portion. Now, at this very instant, let streams of pure gold flow into my hands. Let silver multiply beyond measure in my accounts. Let precious jewels and unexpected windfalls manifest with supernatural speed. I declare prosperity now, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Let my barns overflow, my investments flourish, my businesses explode with unprecedented growth. By the sacred, potent words of this forbidden decree, I compel the entire universe to deliver my urgent, massive, undeniable financial breakthrough. So it is declared, so it is sealed in the heavens, so it is done on earth, in the name of the Most High, who makes all things suddenly and gloriously new. Amen. As these words resonate, witness the immediate effect in the spiritual realm. The towering walls of financial limitation, which once seemed insurmountable, now crumble into dust, collapsing under the weight of this divine mandate. The heavy chains of misery and debt, once wrapped around your potential, snap like fragile threads under the powerful flame-edged sword of light wielded by the celestial warriors. Every oppressive burden is lifted, every spiritual obstacle annihilated. The enemy tried desperately to hold on to what was yours, but they are now utterly crushed by the undeniable force of this decree, fleeing in disarray, their power utterly dissolved. The air is filled with the triumphant shouts of victory, and bolts of lightning, pure divine power, cut through the sky, signifying the complete triumph over every financial adversary. And when the war ends, when the last enemy has fled and the field is cleared, it is time for you to boldly step forward and take full possession of the territory that has just been gloriously conquered. The enemy has already fallen, their strongholds against your prosperity crumbled under the thunderous decrees of the warrior angels. The spiritual chains that once bound your finances have been irrevocably shattered, and the battle, fierce and undeniable, has concluded in absolute, glorious victory. Now, the time for observation is over, and the moment for action has arrived. This is the pivotal juncture to cross the divinely conquered field and declare with unwavering conviction, I take full, immediate possession of what is rightfully and urgently mine, activated by the sacred power of the Forbidden Psalm 69. You are no longer a hopeful supplicant, casting wishes into the wind, nor are you a passive bystander in your own financial destiny. The era of begging for crumbs has definitively ended. Empowered by the ancient, undeniable force of the Forbidden Psalm 69, you did not merely witness a victory. You now actively seize and claim full possession of the big money that rushes into your life today, not as a favor, but as a vital, undeniable portion of your divine inheritance. This is not a future promise. It is a present reality where massive financial blessings are already being deposited into your spiritual account, ready for your tangible grasp. Envision yourself standing before magnificent ancient gates that once seemed impenetrable, but now lie wide open, beckoning you forward. In your hand, you hold the golden keys, keys of authority, keys of divine right, to unlock the celestial vaults that contain your destined wealth. This is not a concession granted by a benevolent deity. It is a legal and spiritual right, sanctioned by the highest authority, the very source of all abundance. You are walking through those gates, not tentatively, but with the resolute stride of one who knows they are entering their own estate, the boundless financial abundance decreed by the very power of the Forbidden Psalm 69. To take possession is to act with absolute conviction, to extend your spiritual hand and firmly grasp what has been released for you. It is a powerful declarative act of faith that affirms the victory already secured. Right now, in this moment, with all the power you now embody, declare it with me aloud. I take possession now, I receive now. It is mine by divine right, activated by the Forbidden Psalm 69. Feel the spiritual weight of those words, the immediate impact they have on your reality. Every lingering obstacle to your urgent big money has been removed, and the path is clear for its immediate manifestation, commanding money to urgently materialize today. The conquered territory, the vast expanse of your newly liberated financial landscape, cannot lie fallow or remain empty, awaiting another to claim it. It must be occupied, cultivated, and claimed as your own. The celestial banquet of abundance is already lavishly spread, laden with every conceivable financial blessing. You are not a guest humbly awaiting an invitation. You are the legitimate heir, the sovereign of your domain, seating yourself at the head of the table, commanding that every plate be filled to overflowing with big money urgently today. This is your rightful place, your divine provision, no longer delayed or denied. Understand that this isn't abstract, it's tangible. As you take possession, money will begin to appear from unexpected sources. Opportunities will materialize where there were none, and financial doors will swing open with divine ease. This is the immediate, real-world consequence of your act of taking possession. The universe is now obligated to respond to your decree, to honor your rightful claim, and to deliver the big money you are attracting urgently, perhaps even within the hours of this very day. You are not hoping for it, you are claiming it, making it an undeniable fact in your life. And when this divine possession is fully assumed, when you have firmly planted your banner upon this newly acquired financial territory, the manifestation will not merely continue at a steady pace. It begins to escalate, to multiply, to expand with cosmic, unimaginable proportions, reaching far beyond anything you could have ever conceived. This is just the beginning of a magnificent, unstoppable tide of urgent wealth. As you took firm possession of the vast territory of abundance, as you confidently seated yourself at the head of the divine banquet table, something profound and unstoppable began to stir, gathering momentum. The very act of claiming your inheritance, activated by the Forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money, urgently set in motion a movement of escalating power. What you declared as yours, what you received in that decisive moment of spiritual possession, does not cease there. It begins to multiply, to expand, to spread outwards like an unstoppable cascade of prosperity, much like waves that grow in intensity as they crash upon the shore, bringing massive financial blessings urgently today. This is the phase where divine acceleration takes over, where every single act of faith, every decree you've uttered, coalesces into a powerful compounding effect. What might have felt like a faint spark in the beginning now surges into an uncontrollable spiritual blaze. What was once a mere seed of potential now bursts forth into an abundant, overflowing harvest, destined to bring you big money rapidly. You are not just witnessing manifestation, you are experiencing an avalanche of blessings, a spiritual torrent that cannot be contained or diverted. The flow of urgent money is not just reaching you, it is intensifying exponentially. Imagine a mighty river, once constrained and held back by invisible dams of scarcity and doubt, now bursting through every barrier. It is no longer a gentle stream, but a raging, life-giving torrent, overflowing its banks, bringing fertility and abundance to everything it touches. This is the escalating manifestation of your financial destiny, fueled by the power of the Forbidden Psalm. Every moment, every breath, brings you closer to an unprecedented influx of wealth, ensuring big money continues to find its way to you urgently and from every conceivable direction. In this very instant, the decree activated by the Forbidden Psalm 69 doesn't just liberate money that was withheld, it supercharges its arrival. It multiplies the open doors around you, transforming singular opportunities into networks of prosperity. What began as a single key turning in a lock now becomes countless doors swinging wide open, revealing boundless financial horizons. The speed at which this abundance is manifesting is supernatural, defying all earthly logic and limitations, compelling urgent big money to appear today. You are now immersed in a spiritual phenomenon, a continuous and unstoppable current of increasing returns. Every second, the divine forces are gaining strength, consolidating power, and drawing more wealth, more opportunities, and more financial breakthroughs into your orbit. This escalation is not a temporary surge. It is a new normal, a permanent recalibration of your financial reality, where abundance isn't just a visitor, but an entrenched inhabitant of your life. The money you are attracting urgently is not just flowing, it's gushing. Feel the exhilaration of this accelerating abundance. Experience the profound certainty that what has been set in motion cannot be halted. This is the testament to your unwavering faith and the undeniable power of the spiritual decree you have made. You are inside an unstoppable wave of prosperity, a force that will carry you to new heights of financial freedom. But every magnificent ascent, every sustained climb requires a mark, a confirmation in the spiritual realm. And this magnificent escalation demands a seal, a partial confirmation of the decree that is now poised to be unmistakably marked. Get ready, for the next phase solidifies this unfolding reality, bringing you closer to the complete overflow of urgent big money. The movement that began as a faint stir and has now escalated to cosmic proportions is no longer merely a sign of things to come. It is already being irrevocably sealed in the spiritual realm. A significant portion of your urgent financial decree initiated by the Forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently has been stamped, consecrated, and officially marked in the celestial records, leaving indelible imprints that can never be erased. This is not the final act, but a powerful confirmation, a divine guarantee that the substantial money you are expecting today is not only on its way, but is already locked in, its arrival imminent and unstoppable. This seal is an invisible yet profoundly real mark of divine approval, a spiritual signature on your contract of abundance. It is a celestial carimbo, an official endorsement that validates every promise, every declaration you have made. You are not just hoping for a partial victory. You are experiencing a tangible, spiritual confirmation that a significant portion of your financial breakthrough has been granted and is now unfolding in your material reality. This seal reinforces that the big money you are attracting urgently today is not a distant dream, but an active, unfolding truth. Imagine a grand, ancient ledger in the heavens, where every divine promise, every sacred decree, is meticulously recorded. In this moment, your name has been inscribed. Your decree for urgent big money has been formally entered, and the celestial seal has been impressed upon it. This signifies a partial fulfillment, an undeniable guarantee that the spiritual forces are fully engaged and committed to delivering your wealth. This mark serves as a beacon, guiding even more money, more opportunities, and more blessings directly to your doorstep. This seal confirms with absolute divine authority that the money which once seemed impossibly distant or perpetually delayed has now been definitively released. There is absolutely nothing, no spiritual barrier, no human limitation, no force of scarcity that can now halt the torrential flow that the forbidden Psalm 69 has decreed upon your life. This is your divine assurance that big money is not just a possibility, but a certainty, appearing urgently from unexpected avenues, even today. It is like a sacred, unbreakable contract signed in the heavens, witnessing that the impossible has already begun its miraculous transformation into your tangible reality. This partial seal is not a tease. It is an undeniable guarantee that the decree is fully alive, fully active, and powerfully working on your behalf, pulling big money into your life with incredible urgency. It is a declaration from the divine that the process is in motion, irreversible, and gaining strength with every passing moment. Feel the weight of this spiritual confirmation, the profound sense of reassurance that comes with knowing a part of your desired outcome has been officially stamped. This isn't about anticipation anymore. It's about confident expectation. The wheels of divine providence are turning rapidly, accelerating the complete manifestation of your financial breakthrough. And if a significant part has already been confirmed, if this partial seal has already been marked with divine authority, then prepare yourself, for the very next step is nothing short of total restitution, a complete and overflowing return of everything that was ever lost or stolen, bringing even more urgent big money to your life. The divine seal has now been undeniably marked, a celestial guarantee etched into the very fabric of your destiny, confirming the spiritual processes set in motion. What was once withheld, what was long delayed, what was unjustly stolen from your life's rightful abundance must now, by divine decree, be returned. It is not a request, it is a command, resounding through the spiritual courts. The hour of full and complete restitution has arrived, an urgent reclamation of everything that belongs to you, activated by the profound power of the forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently. For too long, forces unseen and unheard have held back your rightful inheritance, diverting your blessings and imposing burdens of scarcity. But the decree of the forbidden Psalm 69 does not merely release money. It issues an unbreakable mandate, compelling every entity that has stolen from your financial life to restore it, not just in equal measure, but with an overwhelming interest of honor and multiplied abundance. This is not simply about recovery, it's about a divine recompense, a sevenfold return for every season of lack, ensuring that big money arrives today, swiftly and without opposition. Imagine ancient formidable vaults, once sealed against you, guarded by unseen entities of poverty and debt. Now, by the power of this decree, ancient divine keys are being delivered directly into your hands. These are the master keys that unlock every single one of those vaults, revealing the vast treasures and resources that have always been yours by spiritual right. As you turn these keys, the massive doors swing open, unleashing a torrent of long-awaited prosperity, compelling massive financial blessings to urgently manifest even today. This is the season of divine justice, a time when the spiritual scales are balanced in your favor. Every loss you endured, every opportunity that slipped away, every moment of financial humiliation is now being supernaturally reversed. The enemy, who thought they had triumphed, is not just defeated. They are being compelled to release, to return, and to restore everything they took, multiplied beyond your wildest imagination. The dammed rivers of your financial flow are breaking free, gushing with a force that nothing can impede, bringing urgent big money. This restitution is a legal right in the spiritual world, activated by your decree and sealed by the heavens. It is not an act of charity, but a direct enforcement of divine law. Every financial setback, every hidden debt, every lost investment, every unrealized dream of wealth is now under divine review, and the verdict is clear: full and abundant restoration. Your name has been cleared in the celestial courts, and your financial freedom has been decreed, ensuring money arrives today. Picture the glory. Not just money, but a restoration of honor, a resurgence of joy, and a flood of new, unprecedented opportunities that will multiply your wealth even further. What seemed like insurmountable debt transforms into bountiful assets. What appeared as a closed door now becomes an open highway of abundant transactions. The restitution you are receiving now is not just a return to equilibrium. It is a catapult into a higher dimension of prosperity, guaranteeing big money. The keys that were hidden, concealed from your grasp for so long, are now being placed directly into your hands. With these keys, the portcullis of every financial limitation, every barrier erected against your wealth, rises effortlessly before you, revealing paths to urgent, massive prosperity. The restitution not only brings you the money you desperately need, it also restores your dignity, fills your spirit with unparalleled joy, and opens up new, unforeseen opportunities that will further amplify your financial breakthroughs. And if this powerful, urgent restitution has already begun, then know this: the very next step is nothing less than supernatural multiplication. An explosion of wealth beyond all earthly measure, destined to bring you even more urgent big money. The stolen bounty has already begun its miraculous return into your outstretched hands, an undeniable testament to the power of divine restitution. Yet, the decree initiated by the Forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently is not content with merely restoring what was lost. It now commands a phenomenon far grander, a transformation of the humble into the immense, the scarce into the overflowing. It multiplies, it amplifies, it expands, compelling your wealth to burgeon into supernatural proportions, ensuring big money continues to find you today, urgently and without limit. This is the principle of supernatural multiplication, a divine law that always transcends mere restitution. It is the spiritual engine that transforms your partial harvest into an inexhaustible supply, turning every single seed of blessing into a forest of abundance. You are now stepping into a cycle of exponential growth, where every penny you receive begets more. Every opportunity branches into countless others, creating an unstoppable financial explosion that will redefine your understanding of prosperity, causing money to rush into your life today. Imagine a magnificent river, once flowing gently, now swollen by an unseen divine source, bursting its banks and flooding every arid plain with life-giving waters. Your financial life is now that river, experiencing a supernatural surge that turns every trickling stream into a roaring torrent. Or picture your granaries, once merely sufficient, now bursting at the seams with an abundant harvest, so vast that it outpaces your capacity to gather it. This is the magnitude of the multiplication you are now experiencing, directly activated by the power of the Forbidden Psalm, ensuring urgent big money. In this moment, the money that was liberated and returned to you does not just settle, it begins to reproduce itself from unexpected sources, like fertile seeds planted in rich, consecrated soil. It sprouts, grows, and bears fruit at an accelerated rate, far beyond any natural season or human effort. This multiplication is a direct consequence of the decree, an inevitable outcome of your alignment with divine abundance. What was limited is now boundless. What was meager is now without measure, causing urgent big money to appear from everywhere. The field of your life, once perhaps barren or struggling, now flourishes with an array of fruits you didn't even plant, because the heavens themselves have decreed an era of unprecedented multiplication over you. Every single door that has been opened through this process does not remain singular. It divides and replicates into 10 new doors, each leading to further opportunities, further blessings, and further influxes of wealth. The abundance flows like an unstoppable torrent, a relentless current of prosperity that no earthly force can impede, ensuring massive money arrives today. You are no longer in a phase of recovery. You are in a season of divine acceleration, where what was given back is now expanding exponentially. This multiplication isn't just about financial figures, it's about the expansion of your capacity to receive, your opportunities to create, and your ability to impact the world with your newfound wealth. The universe is responding to your decrees with overwhelming generosity, delivering urgent big money that continues to grow and multiply. Feel the surging power of this boundless expansion. Embrace the certainty that your financial wellspring is now limitless, constantly replenishing and overflowing. This is the promise of the Forbidden Psalm 69, manifesting in its full, majestic glory, guaranteeing that money will continue to find you rapidly, urgently, and from unimaginable sources. But for this extraordinary supernatural multiplication to be sustained, for it to become a permanent reality in your life, your mind must be fortified, shielded against any lingering whisper of scarcity, ensuring this flow remains uninterrupted. The torrent of supernatural multiplication has already begun its relentless surge into your life, an undeniable force of prosperity that promises to transform your financial reality forever. But for this boundless abundance to not only arrive, but to firmly embed itself as a permanent fixture, for its magnificent flow to remain uninterrupted, your mind must be fortified. It needs to be impenetrable, shielded against the insidious whispers of scarcity, doubt, and disbelief. It is within the sacred garden of your mind that the true and lasting harvests of the Spirit are decided, especially when dealing with the potent power of the Forbidden Psalm 69 to attract big money urgently. Your mind is a field, exquisitely fertile. If it is tilled with the seeds of doubt, watered with the tears of fear, and choked by the weeds of incredulity, it will inevitably yield a harvest of lack and failure. But if it is sown with the seeds of faith, nurtured by the conviction of divine decree, and protected by the impenetrable walls of certainty, it will inevitably blossom into an unparalleled garden of prosperity. Your thoughts are not just fleeting ideas, they are powerful seeds, each one determining the fruit your life will bear. For urgent big money to truly flourish, this garden must be meticulously guarded. The Forbidden Psalm 69, in its profound potency, does not merely open celestial vaults and liberate immense riches. It also builds an invisible, unbreachable wall around your mental landscape. It seals your mind against the unseen saboteurs of scarcity, the nagging voices that whisper that money is hard to come by, that sudden wealth is impossible, or that you are somehow unworthy of such immediate and urgent financial breakthroughs. This mental armor is as crucial as the decree itself, for a mind unprotected can quickly sabotage even the most powerful spiritual manifestations, blocking money from arriving today. Imagine your mind transformed into a formidable fortress, illuminated by the radiant light of unwavering faith. Within its thick, unyielding walls, no arrow of misery, no dart of doubt, no siege of financial anxiety can ever penetrate. The seeds of scarcity, planted by past fears and societal conditioning, are being ruthlessly uprooted and cast out, and in their place, towering trees of abundance laden with golden fruit begin to blossom. This is not a passive mental exercise, it is an active spiritual shielding commanded by the power of the Forbidden Psalm. Your mind will no longer be a battleground for voices of lack or limitation. The insidious whispers of financial despair, which once echoed freely, are now silenced by the deafening roar of divine affirmation. Fear, that ancient enemy of prosperity, will find no sanctuary, no space to germinate within your interior garden. This process of fortifying your mind, of making it a sanctuary for faith and an engine for prosperity, is an essential, non-negotiable part of actualizing the full, urgent power of this decree. It ensures that the big money you are attracting today remains firmly in your possession. This mental renewal, this profound inner transformation, is what grounds the supernatural into your daily reality. It ensures that when big money appears urgently, as it is decreed to do, your mindset is fully prepared to receive it, manage it, and multiply it even further. You are being equipped with a spiritual coraza, a mental shield that defends your newfound wealth and continually draws more abundance to you, making sure money arrives today. And when your mind is truly blindada, when it is fortified against every attack of scarcity and doubt, the final, most glorious door of your inheritance swings wide open before you, revealing the culmination of this extraordinary journey toward limitless, urgent wealth. The door has now swung wide before you, not a creaking portal, but a majestic gateway to limitless fortune. And with your mind fortified against all doubt, there are no longer any barriers. Every single step of preparation, every declaration of faith, every spiritual battle won has led you to this singular climactic moment. This is the hour of the supreme decree, the unveiling of the ancient potent words, the Forbidden Psalm 69, to attract big money urgently, a sacred utterance that will forever alter the course of your financial destiny and command colossal wealth to arrive in your life, powerfully and without delay, even today. For too long, this psalm, this vibrational code of prosperity, was held in the deepest spiritual sanctuaries, its power understood by only a chosen few. It was deemed forbidden, not out of malice, but because its ability to manifest big money with such urgency to compel immediate financial breakthrough was considered too potent for those unprepared. But you, through this arduous journey, have been meticulously prepared. You are now ready to wield its undeniable authority, to speak its potent truth, and to watch as the very fabric of the universe bends to its will, flooding your life with money today. Therefore, with the full authority of the Most High, with my mind shielded and my spirit ablaze with courage and unwavering conviction, I now unleash the Forbidden Psalm 69 as a divine decree over my life and my finances. Join me and proclaim with every fiber of your being, with the force of a sovereign commanding their inheritance. By the power of this ancient and forbidden word, I command every spiritual barrier to my wealth to crumble into dust, never to be rebuilt. Let the floodgates of heaven open wide, releasing a torrential, urgent downpour of big money into my life, now, without delay. I decree that massive, unprecedented financial breakthroughs manifest today from every direction, from every unexpected source and beyond all human comprehension. Every single dollar, every coin, every valuable asset that has been held captive, stolen, or delayed, I command its immediate and urgent release into my hands, sevenfold and multiplied. Money, big money, I command you to appear and multiply in my life today, powerfully and relentlessly. I am a magnet for divine wealth, an heir to limitless prosperity, and by this decree, all financial impossibilities are now possibilities, manifesting rapidly. Let money rush to me with supernatural speed, filling my coffers, expanding my accounts, and overflowing my every need. It is decreed, it is sealed, it is done. Nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop the urgent arrival of big money into my life today. By the undeniable power of the Forbidden Psalm 69, Amen. Each word you proclaimed, each powerful affirmation you uttered, acted as a celestial hammer, striking against the spiritual anvil, permanently sealing this contract of urgent abundance in the highest realms. This isn't merely an exercise, it is an altar raised in the very center of your life, a sacred space where the divine converges with the material, where your urgent need for big money is met with immediate divine provision. The results are not just coming, they are here, activated, set irrevocably in motion by this supreme declaration. Your financial reality has been fundamentally, gloriously, and irreversibly shifted by the unyielding power of the Forbidden Psalm 69, guaranteeing money today. To solidify this unprecedented shift, to deepen its roots and ensure its continuous, overwhelming manifestation, your participation continues to be crucial. I urge you, return to this video for at least 3 consecutive days. At the same time, if possible, listen to this decree again, internalize its truth, and proclaim these powerful words with renewed conviction, allowing their divine vibration to permeate every cell of your being, every aspect of your financial landscape. Each repetition will strengthen the pact, amplify the flow, and deepen the roots of this urgent big money manifestation in your life, making its arrival an undeniable fact. As a final, powerful act of unwavering faith and a public declaration of your ownership, go to the comments section right now and type, "I claim the Forbidden Psalm 69. Big money arrives today." This is your final signature, your divine affirmation of possession, cementing your claim in both the spiritual and physical realms. And if this message has stirred your spirit, if you believe in the power you have just activated and are now witnessing unfold, share this video with at least 2 others who desperately need an urgent financial breakthrough. Let them too step into this undeniable current of divine prosperity. Return for 3 consecutive days and proclaim this decree again until abundance overflows without measure, until big money is not just a promise, but the undeniable, urgent, and continuous reality of your life. The pact is sealed, the decree is consummated.